What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. If you don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
So what if Bioshock the collection for the Nintendo Switch actually became a preferred version of those games visually? That's an interesting question. So the main reason is say to buy Bioshock collection on the Switch is if you never played it before, it's the first time on the Nintendo console. You can play it anywhere, play on the go, play on your TV. But what if this version actually, to some people, looked the best? Seems impossible, right? Well, let's see. So Bioshock the collection was originally developed by Blind Squirrel Games, but I found out the Nintendo Switch version will not be handled by that studio. In fact, it will be handled by Virtuous Games. Now, if you guys have seen, or you should see, I'm going to actually post a link to the video in the description. Digital Foundry a couple years ago, or a few years ago, they did a all consoles compared video showcasing the differences between the Bioshock collection on the original platforms and on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which to now they're going to have to do another all consoles tested video now because the Switch version is about to come out. But that video is very interesting because similar to what happened with the Batman Arkham collection, some of the changes to the game visually were not necessarily well received. While there were some parts of those games that looked a lot better, some parts actually looked arguably worse, and some not arguably. Like some parts actually did look worse, and some lighting changes and things like that kind of changed the look and the feel of the game, and it generally some parts weren't well received, which is probably why I think the Bioshock the collection and even Batman Arkham collection, they didn't really sell as well as they probably could have, and that's probably why you saw the prices drop on those games dramatically, because some people didn't like the changes. Well, with the Switch version coming out, with all of those years and years of those criticisms, and this being made by an entirely different studio, there's a chance that some of those criticisms of those changes, of those lighting changes and the like, could be actually manufactured into the Switch version. Now, I'm not saying, of course, the Switch version isn't going to be the highest resolution version, or it's not going to have the best frame rate, but if they take heed to those criticisms and they're fixed in the Switch version, the Switch version, oddly enough, could potentially end up being the preferred look for most fans of the game, because it's obviously gonna look better than the 360 and PS3 version. And if it was better looking than those versions with the same art from those versions, might end up being the best looking version to a lot of people. Or they could just simply port the remastered versions over and fix those little nagging issues that those had, and a lot of people may actually, weirdly enough, prefer the Nintendo Switch version visually to all the other versions. Isn't that crazy? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section.